before, I really want to pay tribute to the work of the Land Workers Alliance, UK Sustain, and the Campaign to Protect Rural England, who all had input into this. And they very much want to highlight how local food systems deliver benefits on a scale from the local to the global, but they suffer from decades of underinvestment. Many of the people involved in them, the producers, the processors, the retailers and caterers, are small, and they've got limited management and financial capabilities for collaboration and sector development. Although I note that other elements of this bill seek to encourage that, and that's something we want to see the government very much supporting right across the board. So if we think about the benefits of local food strategies and infrastructure, this reduces our reliance on imported food. That means it reduces exposure to volatile global markets, to the uncertainties of a world that now looks increasingly very uncertain indeed. Local food systems have the capacity to meet up to 80% of the UK's food demands through UK-based production. 80%. And over 50% of that can be produced within 100 miles of where it's consumed. Think about what a different kind of system that would be if the majority of the food on your plate comes from locally, all of the economic benefits being circulating around in your local economy. It will also have that global impact of reducing what are known as ghost acres, the land in other countries which should be currently available to feed their own populations, their own local food, but which is currently used for growing export crops. It also allows producers to gain a higher share of the retail pound through short supply chains, making farming enterprises more profitable and a valuable contribution to those local economies. It should never be forgotten that farmers are now getting less than 10%, a lot less than 10% of the benefits of every pound of food we buy. Now, it's also on the broader economic benefits. There's evidence from Nourish Scotland that for every pound invested in local food, 6 to 8 pounds is returned to a local society. Over 50% is retained in the local economy, while non-local enterprises, one might perhaps there think supermarkets, only 15 to 30% of the money is returned. And this means that we have public health priorities are catered to: fresher, more nutritious, more affordable food to local communities. And there's also increased interaction with local vendors and the satisfaction perhaps of volunteering at local farms, community-supported agriculture. It also means that we can have more diverse, sustainable mixed farms that produce multiple products. That would enable more on-farm recycling, lower inputs, reductions of food waste, and other environmental benefits. And if we look at a mapping study from 2012, a 5-year study, mapping local food webs, estimated that 103,000 jobs from across England could already be attributed to the local food economy, 61,000 flowing from local food sales. Spending in local food outlets supports an average of 1 job for every £46,000 of annual turnover. On the 3 major national chains, 1 job per 138 to 144,000 pounds. So we're talking about a system that works for people and the environment. So I would commend to your Lordship's House Amendments 43 and 54,